Hello guys, today I'm going to do a short little short about why I believe if you're an old school RPG fan, you might be very compatible with Malazan. At least this is something I've been thinking about a lot since I started reading the series. So I'm just going to riff on this and we'll see how it goes. Reason number one is that there is a large, comprehensive, interesting, and stimulating story in the books, as in the Final Fantasy games, but Malazan feels more like the adult version. So if you're like me, I'm born 89, but in the 80s or 90s and you play these games, you know what I mean? This is a step up. You become an adult. This is like the adult version of what Final Fantasy was for you as a young adult or a teenager. And I just love that fact. Reason number two is there is a great diversity of characters, but by diversity, it just feels natural. It just feels like different kinds of people or races or species or, personalities. It doesn't feel forced. Like I really feel like some modern literature and games have that going on. It feels natural, it feels real, and it feels legit. And that I really loved about Final Fantasy. I never even noticed it because it was so natural to me. And it's the same way in Malazan. It never feels forced or fake or like it's done just to check a box. The third reason is that there is great comic relief. There are some serious themes in the stories, but there's also some comic relief that in the style of Final Fantasy where things just get real silly and weird at times, but it still feels like it's cohesive with the world. And it's the same way with Malazan, and I love that so much. So if you grew up with Final Fantasy and you're like thinking about what fantasy series to read, give Malazan a chance. It's definitely worth it. Over and out. Have a nice day.